Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shane, this is Shane's Games, and tonight we're going to be playing some Murdered Soul Suspect. This won't be our first time playing, so if you want to see how we got to where we are tonight, look in my info below. You see a link to my YouTube channel where I archive all my streams, not just this game, but every game I've ever played live. So, if you ever find yourself in the mood to see a game be played start to finish that might be a little weird, obscure, unusual, or just nostalgic, feel free to click over there, see what I got available, and throw me a subscribe if you were so inclined. But for tonight, let us get into the game. And Fat Shady, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you as always. Alright, so let's do a little recap real quick. We are Ronan O'Connor, a former detective who is now dead and is now solving the ultimate murder case, his own. So the plot so far is we know that the murderer is killing young girls that he suspects of being mediums, as in having the powers to psychically communicate with the dead, and the killer is killing them in methods that match, or at least mock, the old Salem witch trial murders. And currently we are reaching the end of the game. We are tracking down a lead we found, which we believe that the murderer may in fact be Baxter, a skeezy cop that Ronan used to work with. So we've come to a house in the forest, an old mansion that used to house one of the judges from the Salem witch trials. And we are going to see if maybe Baxter is in here, and hopefully we can get the evidence we need to shut his ass down. Maybe put an end to these murders once and for all. The Dead Pile Raid! Hey, Hero! Welcome in! Ladies and gentlemen, please say hi to Hero right here, because you know what today is? Today is Hero's birthday. Make sure you wish him happy birthday. Let him know how amazing he is. Somebody wants to give Hero a shout out right there? That would be very nice too. Hero was just playing KOTOR as well. Just getting started too. So if you give him a follow now, you may get to see KOTOR basically from the beginning. So please look into him. Fantastic streamer. Guy I very much like checking out when I get the opportunity. You might too. Yes, Drev, Baxter is the asshole from the beginning. And now we've got evidence that he might actually be behind the murders. He's been up to a lot of really shady stuff. And including apparently trying to hide evidence. So we need to track him down and see if maybe he's behind this. We'll see. Life and after. I asked Ronan today if he believed we go on after we die. He wondered if I meant like heaven or like ghosts. I told him I meant ghosts, and he just laughed and didn't say anything. I'm gonna take that as a no. Oh, the irony! Getting real fast to typing your name. Oh man, nice! It still takes me forever to type it out, that's why I'm glad I have mods now. Real bad at that. Real bad at that. What is written on the wall here? Info about my killer number 29. Poem number 1. She who does the devil's dance shall drop and crack and sway, and jig upon the rope perchance the devil's dues to pay. Well, that's creepy. I'd say it just became increasingly more likely that we found the killer's den here now that there's apparently murder poetry about? There seems like it at least. Yeah, this place is hell. Oh wow, look at this. Let's see what this is. Info about my killer number 30, poem number 2. Unnatural bridge of ghost and flesh, you harvest souls as though a friend. You cut with scythe and with pitchfork thresh until you meet your righteous end. Wow! This guy. Alright, so if this isn't the killer's haunt, then I think we can at least say that the killer has been here. And, left a whole bunch of skeezy, weird poetry. But that's good. If the killer's been here and felt comfortable enough to write stuff on the walls, just maybe that means the killer left some sort of clue we can use to, find out who he is and what he's up to. Oh yeah, LTG, I was Googling that right after you mentioned that. Yeah, apparently, at least, if nothing else, the first half of Season 1 is out on Blu-ray in the US. I'm gonna have to grab myself a copy. And I DM'd you, LTG, on Discord. I don't think you were on there, but we're gonna have to talk Garo later. Because I've seen the first 4 seasons? And all the movies that were current with that, so we may have to chat some Garo at some point. I don't have enough people to chat Garo with. Region-free Blu-ray player, hell yes. Hell yes. Alright, so this place is creepy as hell. You see those little phantoms everywhere. Sort of echoes, maybe not true ghosts. And we are right now looking for secrets. But our eventual goal is to find evidence of the killer. Those poems are a good start, but we need something we can condemn him with. Oh yeah, you've only seen the anime. I haven't seen the anime yet. I've only seen the live action. Info about my killer number 31, poem number 3. Let man beware who keeps so foul a witch from a harm beneath his wing. She casts her spell upon his soul and wreaks damnation's reckoning. So we see a theme through all of these. He's talking about witches and how they're evil and need to be destroyed, which matches the evidence we found so far that the killer seems to have a hatred of witches and seems to maybe think that mediums are witches, which is what they thought in colonial times, which is kind of odd. Info about my killer number 32, poem number 4. To rid the land of nature's guilt through exercise of power requires more vigilance than thou wilt. 'Tis always judgment hour. Oh, that's creepy. Hello, there's a secret room back here.
Holy shit, look at all this crap. What is this? Oh, fresh paint, this one's just been done. The witch who flew from her own mother, herself a witch, herself in flight, shall meet her death like so many other, and leave both realms this very night.
Oh shit.
Oh no, that's about Joy. This looks like the Bell Killer's war room. I should check this all out.
Alright, so we've got confirmation now, although we were pretty sure of it before. The Bell Killer is trying to murder Joy. So we need to see if we can find some more evidence about who he is and what he plans to do so we can try and stop him. Time is probably running out. Old Salem newspaper, Friday, December 18th, 1903. The devil made me do it. Mayor Studer deflects blame after being charged with a series of torturous murders. Interesting. Why would you have information about the old Salem murders in here? Personal items? A teddy bear? What do we got? A collection of what seems like personal items taken from the Bell Killer's victims, maybe? It's weird. We didn't know that the Bell Killer took trophies before. Victims and murder methods. Pictures of the actual victims and pictures of the old Salem witch murder methods, so maybe that was his planning? Wednesday, June 5th, 1940. Third hanging victim discovered. Bizarre hangings and 3 recent murders harken back to Salem's shameful past. You know, one of the tabloids we found before was talking about this as well. Talking about how there may have been unsolved Salem trial-esque murders back in the 40s. That seems to back this up here. Alright, I think I'm still missing one piece of evidence, so let's take a quick look around. Whoa! That's demons. We'll come back to them in a second. Ah, cripes. Alright, we need to solve this investigation first, so what am I missing? Ah, here we go. Murderous past. Map of previous killings. Interesting. So when does this game technically take place? The modern day, LTG. I don't know if they say a year exactly, but this was published 2 or 3 years ago. So it's about then. But it takes place in Salem, Massachusetts. And definitely the past of Salem comes into play pretty heavily. Alright, let's wrap up the investigation.
Wait. Similar murders, multiple killers, decades apart. Is this a string of copycats? A conspiracy? What else did you hide in this house, you freak? What was that?
What? Alright, it sounds like somebody just came home. So the killer may actually be in the building, but before we can investigate, we're gonna have to do something about these guys. Let's see how close we can get. Maybe set off that raven over there? Get anybody's attention? Come on, it's gotta grab one of you. See it? See it? Come on. Got him! Alright, that's one down. Now that other one is a long way off, but I see another raven over there. So maybe we can use... Ooh, oh, he's right there. That's not quite as far away as I thought he was. There's a ghost wall right there keeping us from going straight over to the raven, too. This could be a little tricky. See if maybe I can go around to that ghost wall once he turns around. He's actually pretty close right there. No going around to this one. Don't actually know how hiding works in here, aside from hiding in hiding spots. How close can I get to this guy? Oh, he's right there. Here we go. This is our opportunity. Got him. Nice. Alright, I think that's everybody. Whew. I think we're safe. Now we need to investigate around, see what we can find. Julius Thus 33, Ronan the Stranger. It's like I don't even know him, and I felt so close, but to a man in my imagination. I would think that something like a criminal record should really come up early in a relationship. It's not even his past that's keeping me away now. It's that he didn't tell me right away. He said his tattoos made it obvious, but I don't know. Not obvious enough, I guess. It might be too late for us. Aw, the rough patch in the relationship. Alright, so that leads up to the second floor. Oh, it's not that somebody came home. It's that they've been here. The killer is... Somebody is upstairs in that lighted room we saw before. That's kind of a big deal. Alright, let's search around a little bit. See if there was anything hidden that we can pick up in any of these rooms. And then we'll head upstairs. See what we can find up there. Perhaps even the killer himself. We're getting close. This much seems obvious. Alright. No, it looks like nothing else here. Head down the stairs. See what's over this way. Secrets? More secrets. We're making progress on that Ashes to Ashes story right there. Hopefully we can finish that. We missed most of the stories, but we got Man in the Box in the asylum at least. Frankly, everyone should be using Discord for... Skype. I have feelings about Skype. I was a Skype fanboy for a long time, and then Microsoft bought them and did terrible things to them. Salem's History 20, Colonial Kitchen Plaque. The small kitchen area inside the house was used by servants for tea preparation, but not for major meals. Those were prepared by slaves in a detached kitchen because of the danger of kitchen fires in colonial times. The danger of fire was very real and common. The house probably had half a dozen different kitchens in its time, and there is none left standing on the grounds today. Ouch. Okay, I'm here now. Did I miss anything that confirms or disproves my theory? The only thing you missed so far, Elena, is we found the killer's creepy murder room with all their planning, and we found that the killer had in the room newspapers about very similar killings from around 1900 and around in the 1940s. And Ronan's not sure if that means it's a string of copycats or some sort of conspiracy down through the ages. But we're still in the house right now, and we still suspect that someone is in the house. And if that's the killer themselves, then we could be right on the cusp of finding out who's responsible for this. But we're getting close. We're getting very close. Anything through there? Yes, there is. Julius Thoughts 34, fight with Ronan. Sometimes that man can be an insensitive beast. I know he's got pressures at work, but home is the place where you let go of all those things. It'll be better tomorrow, I know. But for now, I'm done thinking about it. Oh, more rough times. Yeah, welcome in, Elena. How are you doing tonight? Alright. I think we came from there, so we can start heading over this direction. Whoa! Shoot. More oh, wow, that's a lot of demons. Holy crap. Alright, 4 demons and barely any hiding spots over there. That's real bad. That is real bad. Alright, so there's some hiding spots over that way. And there's a bird over there. Still, that isn't a ton to work with. It's not at all a ton to work with. Alright. And the bird, I'm not sure how to get to. Can I get to him from over here? I can't get to him from over here. He's on the other side of the opening. Whew. Alabama weather has been nuts lately. How nuts are we talking? Was it super cold or weird precipitation? Something tells me that bad things are on the way. I'm getting that vibe as well. Need a way into this room. Alright. Hope the bird catches somebody's eye. We need to kill one of these guys to get a foothold in here. Ah, come on. Nobody's coming close. That's unfortunate. If I can get to those hiding spots over there, too, I'd have a very... Ooh, here we go. Got him! Alright. So that's 1 down, 3 to go. What I want to do is make it to those blue spots over on the left side of the screen. Those are some more hiding spots, and if I can get there... I can just get over there. Oop, I got spotted. Alright, but still, if I can just dodge in for a couple seconds until he gets bored. This should be a very good spot to stage an attack. Come on. Oh, he is not getting bored easily. Come on. Come on, you bored? There we go. All right. All right. So now we're real close to a couple of them, and that means good spots to launch attacks on these guys. And I am going to want to take these guys out because I know there's some items in here I want to get at. Open beta for Fighter Z is live. Ooh, I want to check that out. Oh, he's right there. Let's see where he's going to turn, and then I think I'm going to attack him. Got him. Five days ago, it was freezing day and night. And 60 at night and 70 during the day. That is super high. Already had snow once this winter, which is really rare, but they're saying, oh, second snow, wow. The 70s part doesn't sound so bad. I wouldn't mind a little bit of that myself. But yeah, that random precipitation all over the place does sound rough. My condolences. I hope you will weather the storm. Literally. Got him. Alright, one left. Just this guy, and we're good. So let's see, once he turns around, I think we'll be able to get him. Come on. Got him, yes! Alright. That should be all of them. I think we're good. Let's head back in here, I think, where I found an item. Nice. Murderer. They're demons. We have to slay them. Witch Trial History number 7, Judge's Diary. February 4th, 1693. The witches are all released and Governor Phipps will not permit further prosecution. Yet it is this girl I fear most. I did threaten her with pressing, and with glee she did tell me of the tortures of her own father, who pressed and ducked her into drowning. Would she not accuse her enemies? So I am not the first man to use this creature, and she is not afeared of my rebukes. Those who see the spirits of unnatural worlds are as conjurers to her, and she will not be dissuaded in her pursuit of them. She must be destroyed by any measure available of the law. Oh, Salem. You're so terrible. Alright, so let's make sure we've searched everywhere here. I think this is where we first ran into the demons. So we'll start over here. See a plaque probably on the wall. Salem's History number 21, Colonial Parlor plaque. The parlor of the judge's house, what we would call the living room, was one of the more spacious indoor areas available for holding trials. The witch trials were sometimes held here, and sometimes in other public buildings such as a tavern. That I did not know. Alright, what else we got around here? It's a pretty big area. I want to make sure I cover all of it. Assuming those stairs lead to the next area. Julia's Thoughts number 35, Pondering the Proposal. What stopped me from saying yes to Ronan? Maybe it's marriage in general. I always thought I'd just be an independent woman in this world. I may not have processed this possibility enough, but I can't let him go. Can't. Almost got all of those. We're definitely not going to 100% the game, because I'm missing a few things that I would have had to go back for, and I didn't feel like doing a lot of backtracking this run. But we're doing real good. We've got all except the very final achievement for collecting items. I'm pretty happy overall. Alright, what do we got over here? Salem Historical Society, this way to the wine cellar and holding cells. Oh, that sounds like a pleasant place. Baxter?
Oh my God, Baxter? I should have been the one that stopped you.
Ronan? What the hell is going on?
You sick bastard. Why'd you do it? Why'd you bring back the witch trials and kill all those innocent girls?
You think I'm the Bell Killer? Are you insane? I've never killed anyone. You gotta help me. What is this place? We gotta get out of here.
Oh, we gotta get out of here. All of a sudden, we're buds. You need to tell me what's going on here. So, who killed you?
The Bell Killer, you idiot. But I didn't get a good look at his face.
Where's the killer?
No idea. He could be anywhere, but when we fought, he said something I didn't understand at all.
Wait. The killer actually talked?
Not much, but I think I hit a nerve. I told that bastard he'd be dead soon, but he said, I already know death. And then something about his instrument of death will kill again tonight.
My instrument of death? But he kills different ways every time. I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither.
We gotta figure out what that means. What were you doing here?
Following a lead. I never dropped the case. Had this psychic, Cassandra, working with me. And we figured out the Bell Killer is hunting mediums, like a witch trial execution copycat. At that point, we couldn't let it go, even after Rex demoted me.
So that's why you're at the museum. Do you know where Cassandra is? Is she still alive?
Last I checked, yeah. I took her to a safe house outside of town.
Oh my God, she's alive. I was sure she'd be dead too. Joy would be freaking ecstatic. She shouldn't end up alone.
Whew. That's a relief at least.
Cassandra ever bring up her daughter?
Wouldn't shut up about her. We looked for Joy for days, but it was too risky. Cassandra has been begging me to track Joy down, but I haven't found her yet.
You're not gonna believe this. Joy's been helping me tonight.
Figures a cop like you would need help to get this far.
You mean like what? The help you got from her mom? Alright, you get back to Cassandra. Make sure she's still safe and bring her back to the station.
What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna quickly check out the cellar and come up with a plan. I hope.
Yeah, Drev, I remember you mentioned in Discord about the FF10 is the past of FF7. I think with any Final Fantasy, if you try and actually make that theory work, you're going to find more inconsistencies than anything else. Even if they canonize that right now, I don't suspect it's going to make a ton of sense. Yes, that guy got his bell rung. Somebody say why not? Why not of a tall boy can? That sounds classy. Oh man. So, we need to explore this basement, see if we can get any more evidence. So I guess Baxter wasn't the Bell Killer, but that doesn't really help us much, because now, if it wasn't Baxter, then who the hell is the Bell Killer? We need something more to go on. We need some sort of clue here. And something big at this point, or kind of just spinning our wheels. If this actually is the killer's lair, though, then they must have left some sort of clue, thinking that they're safe in here. Salem's History number 22, Colonial Cellar Plaque. The cellar in the home of a judge was often the temporary jail for prisoners awaiting trial. This custom was certainly in practice here, where witch trial suspects were held awaiting the judgment of Judge Hawthorne. Long-term holding facilities were unnecessary in these cases, as the penalty for witchcraft under English law was always death. Sorry, I don't have a wine glass bottle, Evo. No worries, I'm just giving you shit. You know that. You know it. Alright, so I don't think there's anything in this room proper. So I think we need to head downstairs. See what we can find down here.
What the hell happened down here?
Alright, we've got some ghostly echoes. That's a good sign. Judging, accusing, stern.
You claim righteousness, but you know your guilt and cannot deny your punishment is due.
Huh. That guy isn't dressed like a modern person. Seems like he's from the original Salem witch trial times. Are we seeing echoes from all the way back then? That's kind of insane. Prison inside of a prison. Tiny little cage. It's miserable. You wouldn't even be able to sit up in there. Alright, what else we got in here? Still need 5 more ashes to ashes. I'm not feeling great about finding all of those. Let's keep looking. See what else we can spot in here. Wait, that's the little girl from the beginning of the game, isn't it? What was Abigail doing here? Imprisoned? Bleeding?
You stood for justice. How is this just?
Abigail was imprisoned down here. What in the heck? Ghostly bell killer symbol right next to Abigail? That doesn't seem like a coincidence. Oh, something's not looking good here. Alright, we got 4 clues. We need more. Get back here. Don't see anything else in here though. There's a skeleton. That's kind of spooky. Doesn't look like I can look at it though. Alright, what else? What else? No rest for the wicked. Yeah, this looks like a painful prison bed. 5. Huh. Anything else to see in here? I don't think so. Chains on the wall, maybe? Yes. Prison shackles, it's bad times, and something right here, too. Extinguished light. Oh. See. Let's see. Soul suspect isn't soul suspect, but with the soul. Oh yeah, you love those puns, Onanimous. Gotta love those. Welcome in, Onanimous. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, by this time, all the Native Americans had been forced out of the area, so I guess that makes sense. I suppose that's true, Drav. They could try to alter the canon of FF7 to bring it more in line with FF10, but that seems like they need to do a lot. I need to do some really explicit shoutouts to do that, so I don't know. Alright, but either way, we've got all the clues. Let's wrap up this investigation. What happened down here? Abigail was imprisoned by a righteous man. And the bell killer symbol was down here.
You claim righteousness, but you know your guilt and cannot deny your punishment is due.
I thought you stood for justice. How is this just?
The courts are not a place for your murderous whimsy. You are a corrupt heathen. The families of those innocent souls you executed through false accusation of witchcraft will exact their righteous justice tonight.
False accusation?
What is that nonsense you draw?
My mark will burn like a brand in the flesh of this town. If it takes me to the ends of eternity, I will personally make the bell toll for every witch in Salem.
Wait. The guy who killed me is Abigail. She might be the bell killer. How is that possible? I gotta get out of here and figure out how to track her down.
Alright, so that's insane. Abigail's the one drawing the bell killer symbol? Abigail's the one swearing vengeance? Alright, this doesn't make a ton of sense, but still, it could be. And I should mention, one thing I've heard used in certain fictions is the reason why we don't see ghosts up until a certain point is The theory I've read, at least, is that materialistic Westerners tend to cling to life more strongly than people that came before them, and thus are more likely to hang around as ghosts than people before them, more eager to make peace.
Has Rex checked in? He's transporting a suspect to the station. We can't get him on the radio.
Oh no.
He isn't picking up his phone either.
Nope, he hasn't checked in. We'll notify you when he should.
Copy that.
Oh shit, if Rex is missing, it could be going down right now. Where'd you take Joy, you asshole?
Alright, so Rex was taking Joy to the station, but he never made it to the station. So this could be going south right now. Where would he have taken? Where would he have taken her, though? Ooh. You know, it did look like that was Joy we saw, or not Joy, the Abigail we saw in the vision of the gallows. Ooh. Could he have taken her to the museum? It's possible. Especially if Abigail's the bell killer. Could that tie in with the instrument of death statement? Yes.
Yeah. Instrument of death, meaning her death, where she was killed. The gallows at the museum. Hang on, kid. I'm on my way.
Oh crap, we gotta get back to the museum in a big hurry. The killer has Joy at the museum. Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Let's get the heck out of here. I think we gotta go all the way back. I'm not sure of any shortcut here. Oh, no, that wasn't too bad. Alright, we're not far from the museum, so we can make a beeline there. And maybe bring an end to all of this. Alright. Yeah, the museum's not far. Not waste much time. Just get over there. Oh, it's on the other side of that wall. We gotta go the long way around then. That's okay. We can do that. I remember how. This way, maybe? Possibly? I think so. No, just another dead end here. Shoot. The town's layout is a bit confusing sometimes, and there is no map function in the game. Oh hey, I can remove those barrels though. And there's a thing back here. Info about my calendar number 33, C. Nelson family photo. We were nervous about the amount of candles and oil lamps Claire had in the house. She loved the dim light, especially in her seances. She didn't take them seriously. She just wanted to talk to dead celebrities. Was that a reason she was killed? Bit into the witch pattern there? Oh, that's shiesty. I can remove that, but I don't actually see anything in here. Weird. Got a jet going to London today. Well, have an awesome day, Emperor. Hope you enjoy whatever you're doing in London. Have an awesome time, and we will see you around. Alright, let's find a way over there then. Hello. Info about my killer number 34, C. Nelson cause of death. Cause of death was burn shock. Kerosene from an oil lamp covered front of clothing, hands, and face. Likely a large spill that ignited a nearby flame. Ooh, that's scary. So why can't you phase through barrels? LTG, it's anything that has that blue glow isn't a physical object, it's a ghostly object. It only exists for ghosts. So I can phase through things that exist in the real world, but anything that just exists in the ghostly world is real for me. That's the reason for that. It holds true the longer it's been since the deaths of people, the less echoes there will be. At the time of the Salem witch trials, most Native Americans had been forced into reservations by that time. Alright, makes sense. First I was excited for the protagonist, thinking that now being dead, he smokes as much as you want to, but what if ghost smoking gives you ghost cancer? Oh no! I'm not 100% sure how that works as far as the barrels there, LTG, but I think it's just that the objects hold a strong emotional resonance from whatever time they were originally there. They mean something so strongly to the people that were here at the time that they exist physically in this time. That's my understanding, at least. And that's why the objects that we see in the ghostly world usually do have a strong emotional connection to whoever was here at the time. Alright, so we got that big wall over there. Normally we could get past that with a person. Ride him through, I think. Or no, we can't do that, I remember. But it's odd, we usually see some people over here, and I don't see any people now. That's suspicious. And I mean, one thing about there being, you know, where are these ghosts, is you gotta consider, too, there's probably, you know, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people that had been living in this spot by this point. And we don't see hundreds of thousands of ghosts. They're not all bumping elbows with each other. And we know from Rex's experience that they can, no matter how long they've been here, be induced to find their peace and move on. So it's possible that it's just statistics, that the longer people have been here, the farther back you go in history, the less chance they have of not having found their peace and still being stuck in these times. That'd be my guess right there. Keep up the good work. Alright, thank you so much for being here, Emperor. And we'll want to hear all those awesome stories from London after you get back, if you do anything awesome, which I hope you do. So take care of yourself. Alright, we're getting close to the museum now, that's good. I think it should be, yeah, right past here, excellent. We got a couple collectibles on the way too, that's nice. Warning, proceeding to the final encounter will make it impossible to return to Salem. Do you want to continue? Oh shit! Oh shit, endgame here. You ready, folks? Let's do this. Point of no return.
No one deserves to be murdered. And when the psycho trying to kill someone pretends there's some grand justice behind it, that just makes it all the more twisted.
Whoa, these weren't here last time I went to the museum. They must have just cropped up since last time I was here. That's a little suspicious. Oh yeah, that's true too, Elena. That you might not be able to even tell if they were here. But we've only seen, I think, 1 or 2 colonial ghosts as it is. Most of the ghosts we've seen have been from the last few decades, if nothing else.
Joy!
Ronan, help!
Not another step.
Oh shit!
No, not you, Rex. This has nothing to do with her, Abigail. Oh, but it does. For 300 years, we have executed the witches who corrupt our fair city.
Down there. Let's go.
Those who try to mask their demonic contract and leverage powers they should never possess. Just like you have. Don't you dare compare me to her! Easy, easy. Put your hands up!
Help!
Don't do anything stupid.
Hands up! Stop what you're doing. Hands up! Do it now!
Abigail, stop!
Shit! Oh god!
Rex, you piece of shit. What are you doing? Not now. This was you.
I want you getting closer to the truth.
Ronan, do something!
tight, kid. I'm on my way.
Oh, we gotta do something. I'm not sure what, but we gotta get there. We gotta do something. What's Possessor? Fucking stop Abigail. Ooh, her scream! The witness's powerful scream disoriented me. How is that possible? Medium screams hurt ghosts.
It's over, Abigail.
The time is upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
You scourge of Salem. It is time to pay for your sins!
This can't be happening. You want to use memories against me? Two can play at that game.
I know the truth about your death, but I still don't know the truth about mine. Did you use Rex to kill me?
Rex was my most influential. The most respected, the most feared official in town. Of course I did.
How could Rex have done it? Rose's killer had blue eyes.
I didn't use the same killer for every murder.
Baxter.
Oh, shit.
Why did you kill Baxter?
I eventually kill all the killers I use. Especially the ones who get close to the truth.
I wasn't close to the truth in the apartment. I wasn't one of your killers. Why did I have to die?
Oh no. Oh no.
No. I wouldn't. No. No, I wouldn't. How could I? You made me kill her. If I'm going out, you're coming with me. We all got a dark side, sometimes obvious, sometimes not. If we're lucky, we keep our dark side hidden. By law, Rex was a killer. But the law doesn't always see the truth. Fortunately, Joy did. And she would never press charges. She might even help Rex cover his tracks. One thing's for certain. She's a better person than I was at that age. A kid who deserves forgiveness. She's paid her dues. And committing a few small crimes, searching for your mom, well, even the coldest cops would forgive those.
Mom!
Hasn't been a Bell killer murder since the night Abigail met her final end. But the case never officially closed. But memories fade, time heals. With luck, Salem will move on and find peace. Death repays debts, my father always said. Forever I believe that. But truth be told, this life ain't over until you're honest about what you owe. Set everything right. Settle your debts. Only then can you move on.
Ronan?
And that's it. Murdered sole suspect. Let me catch up on chat right there. Yeah, Elena, you called it. Hell yes. Congratulations again. How come we don't get those cool ghost powers? That's interesting, because if you go back to the first about 10 minutes of the game on Animus, Abigail herself actually told our character that there are some powers that all ghosts have, and there are some powers that are unique to each ghost. So it's possible that's a power that Ronan could learn to use in the future, or it's possible that that was a power exclusive to Abigail. I'm inclined towards the latter. Yeah, we do have a lot of stream time left, Drav. Even I didn't expect it to be that quick. So we're going to figure out what to play next. It's time for Night Trap. I do have Night Trap, but I don't think we're going to start that tonight because I want to make sure to give people warning so they can come see me stumble through that if they really want to. And see, I don't think Abigail was actually a witch. I think they killed her, and as revenge, she went after real witches. That's exactly what I think, Elena. I think that her unfinished business is she wanted to murder every witch in Salem because they falsely accused her, and she blamed the witches for that, right? But of course, she couldn't kill all the witches because they keep being born. There was no way she could ever stop them all, so she never was going to leave. And she just stayed around, becoming more powerful and more angry. You know, becoming like the demons that she warned us about at the beginning of the game. But we stopped her, saved the time from the Bell Killer stream, so that's good. Now, I mentioned before, I really hoped that we'd get a sequel to this that would build upon all the positive qualities of this game and minimize or remove the qualities that I didn't like so much from this game. But unfortunately, the studio that made Murdered Soul Suspect closed basically the week this hit store shelves. So, no, sorry, unfortunately. There were actual witches, not technically unanimous. What it was there were mediums, people that were born with the innate ability to communicate with ghosts. And they were the people that were accused of being witches, partially at least, in the original Salem witch trials, according to this game. And those were the people that Abigail was hunting down throughout time. Anyone that had the ability to see ghosts and could thus see Abigail, she would hunt down and kill using a proxy. Which was tragic, frustrating, and that's why she was going after Joy there at the end, because Joy and her mother were, I believe, the last people on her list in this time period. But we stopped her before she could get either of them, so that's something. Sadly, Archthink shut down a month. Yeah, that's so tragic. And I don't even know if they did any games before Murdered Soul Suspect. I don't think so. So, you know, for a first effort, I think this is really, really positive. I think this is really cool. And I would have liked to see where they have gone from this. But, you know, we'll have to live with what we got. And I'm sure, as you saw, there were some parts in this game that weren't spectacular, but I hope some of you in the chat agree with me at least, that this game was unique enough that it does deserve some attention. That it deserves, you know, praise for what they tried to do that was outside of the box. I think this could have been a really cool new concept for murder mystery games. Giving you, you know, special powers, supernatural powers, changing the world to be a supernaturally aligned world, giving you the third-person freedom in a semi-open world. So many cool ideas for a murder mystery in there. Imagine if the world was bigger, if it was more open, you know, a bigger chunk of the town of Salem to explore, more side mysteries to solve, you know, more collectibles. Oh my god, this could have been amazing. But no, I don't know that we're ever going to see Murdered Soul Suspect 2. That's unfortunate. Alright, Dark Void, that one's actually... Dark Void and Quantum Conundrum are both on the 2-stream list. I've got both the PC and PS3 version of Dark Void, and I've got the PC version of Quantum Conundrum as well. Dark Void is a third-person action game. Pure action in that one, with some twists involving gravity. And Quantum Conundrum is a Portal-like, first-person, physics-based puzzler. Both of them look very interesting. I haven't played through much. Murdered Soul Suspect I had beaten before I played it on stream. Both of those two I've only played an hour or two to test out for stream. Elena, I agree this was a better idea for a mystery game than the Red Seeds one. Yeah. Yeah, as much as I deeply, passionately love Deadly Premonition, that one had a lot more mechanical problems than a game like this. This one seems like it has a much more solid foundation. You know, Deadly Premonition I love mostly for the story and the quirky mood, but this one, I really enjoy the gameplay. This is a fun game to play. So if you enjoyed it, it is on Steam still, I believe. I don't think they've pulled it or anything. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. So yeah, you guys can look into this if you want. There is still stuff to do that I didn't do on stream. I only got one of the 5 stories, those ghost stories, so there's still those to collect. Plus Chivos and game cards, if that's the thing you are interested in, and I apologize, I keep sneezing over here. See, the CEO is now running Amazon Game Services and are working on 3 games which were announced at TwitchCon 2016. Still no date on any of them. That could be a bad sign. Amazon has been kind of, they're very opaque with their development process, so it's hard to tell if they're hard at work on these things or if they just sort of decided to quietly shit-can them. Only time will tell. But I'd really like to see the people that made this game do something really special. I'm told the Wikipedia page for this game actually has some interesting behind-the-scenes information about it, the game. I'm told the concept for this game, the very base elevator pitch, actually comes from Square Enix itself, who, you know, somebody at Square Enix basically said, what if we had a game about a detective trying to solve his own murder? And just that one sentence apparently was the genesis of this entire game. So that's very cool. I like that. 3 games with Twitch chat integration? That could be interesting. I know more games have been trying to work that in. I haven't seen a lot of games that have really knocked it out of the park yet. What have we got? We got the very first one I can think of is Choice Chamber, which is cute, but I feel like the base gameplay of Choice Chamber isn't really spectacular. And then there was, was it not Slipstream? There was another one that was like a third-person multiplayer melee brawler. I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. Somebody might know about it. That had a whole bunch of Twitch integration where people could like bet on matches and things like that. And that one didn't seem like it really went very far. and that's disappointing. It never really got a player base, and I think it may have been abandoned by the company working on it. It's hard to tell. They stopped, they got kind of quiet. Jackbox games can be played with people on Twitch. Does it actually have Twitch integration? I know I've actually played Jackbox games on Twitch. I don't think they actually integrate with a Twitch API, or at least the versions I've seen. But they are definitely a clever thing. Jackbox Games is an amazing company, and a Chicago-based company. I've been a fan of You Don't Know Jack ever since You Don't Know Jack 1, way back in the day. They make some amazing games. Honestly, it's still to this day, I think the games are either on Steam or GOG. And if you're a fan of trivia games, or if you're a fan of the humor from Jackbox, I would highly recommend tracking down the old You Don't Know Jack games. They are hysterical and loaded with secrets. Tons and tons of secrets. You can play it a dozen times and still not see some of the stuff they've hidden deep in there. Cluster Truck and Party Hard both have Twitch game integration. I've seen the Cluster Truck stuff. I haven't seen the Party Hard stuff yet. Makes sense to integrate something good into the game, but Twitch chat, why would anyone willingly do that? I think because we've got so many people playing games on Twitch, it would be good if there was other ways for people in chat to participate in the game. One thing I've heard about, me and Zero were talking about this a little earlier, is the game SOS, which is a basically kind of a knock on Survivor, the reality game show. And I'm told that has some really interesting ways to integrate Twitch chat into the game in a very deep and meaningful way that causes the people playing to really, you know, not just it's not just the chat is affecting the game, but the streamer, the people playing the game are you know, having to play to chat as a sort of a jury, I believe. I think that's really cool, but from what I've heard, there isn't a ton of people playing it right now. Doesn't have a huge server population, so that could be unfortunate. Already over? Yeah, just missed the ending, unfortunately, GMT, but don't worry, we are still going to stick around, and we've got more games coming after this. I haven't decided what that's going to be yet, but we'll be putting that to a vote soon. So feel free to stick around for that. Zero, you think Jackbox games are better played between close groups of friends than on the internet? Yeah, there is a lot of really vulgar people on Twitch, unfortunately, and all you need is one jerk to really ruin a game of You Don't Know Jack, but if you can get the right crowd, you can have some amazing games right there. Right, there are ways to manage it. I've seen it be done before. I've seen private games done on Twitch before as far as the players. So I do know some methods to do it. That may actually happen someday. I don't think I have any of the modern Jackbox games right now. I've got at least one of them on my wish list, but I don't think I've picked them up yet. That's something I've thought about before, though. Or I could make chat sub only. The problem is all you'd have to do is have someone watching the stream, not even in chat, just watching the stream get those codes, and then they can get into the room. So you have to be really careful with who can see the codes, is all. But like I said, I've seen ways around that. GMT, this is a quick game. Yeah, not too long at all. I think my total playtime would have been about 10 hours. No, probably closer to 9 hours, as a matter of fact. 2 streams, then about an hour on top of that. 10 hours, not long at all. But good game to show off. I hope everybody enjoyed watching it. So yeah, that is a possibility someday, but we'll have to work that out a little bit. Yeah, but I hope everybody really enjoyed Murder Soul Suspect, though. Like I said, I think it's a cool game that didn't get enough attention. Certainly, it's got its flaws, it's got its deficiencies, but I love original ideas, and this game is just dripping with it. You're not wrong at all, Lena. You are definitely not wrong, and I would love to play some Jackbox games with the right people. So once I get my hands on some Jackbox games, that is definitely something I'm going to be considering right there. Domina, that's another one. I've played Domina. I've been in chat for a streamer playing Domina. I didn't really care for that one. I think Domina I would compare to Choice Chamber in the fact that it's an interesting idea with the integration, but I didn't find the base game of Domina to be that interesting either. And you really need to have an interesting game before you can start adding Twitch integration, if you ask me. That's an interesting idea there, Unanimous. I hadn't thought of that, but I suppose that is a possibility. The next game, the average is 9 hours, 25 minutes. Ooh, so we'll count that for maybe 3 streams. Alright, so give me just a second. I'm going to go to the BRB screen over here. And let me grab a drink of water, and then we will start throwing up a poll, and we will decide what we want to play next. Alright, so let's pull up the